to the lab with author Keith Childs and friends. With business and fashion meets entertainment. Each and every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Standard time. Welcome. Come on. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. That's it. With business. Fashion. Entertainment. Welcome to the lab. The hottest show already. Welcome to the lab. Come on. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. You are tuned in to the hottest show on radio. Welcome to the lab. On the Keith Childs. Welcome to the lab. With business and fashion and entertainment. Welcome to the lab. The hottest show on radio. To the lab. Welcome to the lab. Welcome to the lab. Tuned in to the lab. Welcome to the lab. Come on. Welcome to the lab. I'm your host, Keith Childs. And coming up today, today's show, my girl Jeannie Jones has the hottest entertainment with her 60 Seconds of Hollywood. And I got my 3 points of purpose, guys. Don't forget, this show will re-air, guys, on YouTube. So please make sure that all my shows will be on YouTube, guys. Please make sure that you check the YouTube channel out, all right? But right now, guys, it's time to get in the lab. Get lit in the lab, guys. This is Lit in the Lab section where I'm excited. Got some good news coming down the pipe today, guys. Lit in the Lab is brought to you by Easy Prey the Trilogy, the hottest trilogy that's coming out, guys, this spring. Brought to you guys. Please check it out. It's going to be fire. And follow me on all your social media outlets, guys, at author Keith Childs. Okay, we're going to jump right into the Lit in the Lab, guys. Let me explain to you what Lit in the Lab is about. Lit in the Lab, guys, is the time of the show where we discuss lit topics, news, business, community, world, and everything is getting lit. Go. So let's get lit, guys. Let's get lit. I'm going to talk to you about today the hottest topic, one of the hottest topics out there. I'll be talking to you today about Quincy Jones. All right, because Quincy Jones got some stuff here, guys, that we really want to jump right into and talk about just Lit in the Lab. Now, I don't know if any of you all, I'm going to quote some segments that I read, guys, with Quincy. Came from virtue.com. Okay, so you understand where my source come from. But if you all been following, Quincy Jones has worked with numbers of artists, numerous artists, guys. Quincy Jones has, I think, over 28 or more Grammys that I read. But guys, we're gonna talk about some of the stuff that's out there. That's a lot of noise, a lot of chatter that Mr. Jones had put in this interview and this article. It got the internet buzzing. I mean, it got it buzzing, guys. Let's jump right into Michael Jackson. I don't know if y'all heard some of the allegations that he made, the statements he made about Michael Jackson. You know, I was kind of reading it, and it was just kind of wow. But let me jump on this one. He spoke about Michael Jackson, and he said, let me read, and I quote, I hate to get into publicity, but Michael Jackson stole a lot of stuff. He stole a lot of his songs. Man, we talking about the Michael Jackson, guys, from Quincy Jones, a powerful guy. So he said Michael Jackson stole a lot of his songs, guys, which is a bombshell coming from Mr. Quincy Jones. He's talking about Donna Summers, Independent, Donna Summers, States of Independence. Sorry about that, guys. Billie Jean, said it's been alleged that Michael Jackson may have stole stuff. And he said, actually, he said, and then it was asked why he thinks so. You know, what brings him to that conclusion? And he said, how so? And in his quote, he was like, basically, Michael Jackson is greedy. Now these are not for me. This is what I'm reading. He said that Michael Jackson was greedy. He was greedy, man. And don't stop till you get enough. One of his great songs. You know, a gentleman by the name, I think Greg Philagaines, if I ain't mess his last name up, wrote the C section. Mike should have given him 10% of that song and wouldn't do it. That was the quote. That's what he said. That he think Michael Jackson should have given up a part of that song that he wrote, and he didn't. And he didn't give up. He didn't give a piece of that song up. You know, out of just pure greed. And we understand. You know, this is coming from the Quincy Jones, guys. This is not. You know, so this is major when you start talking about stuff like that. Also, he dropped bombshells. I mean, left and right. He was talking about stuff left and right, man. He talked about the Beatles. You know, he had mentioned about the Beatles. You know, he said his opinion, and I'm paraphrasing. I'm reading quote for quote, but he was just one thing about the Beatles. You know, he said that he thought they was garbage. Basically, he thought they was trash. You know, he said when he first heard them, he wasn't impressed with them. He thought that they wasn't really good, and of course they went on to be one of the biggest groups in the world. But that was just Mr. Quincy's opinion about it. He didn't really think that they were that. He didn't really think that they were that good. Um, Another thing about Michael, you know, they asked him, well, outside of the music piece, what's some of the things? Because he knew Michael personally. You know, what's some of the things about Michael that he thought? And he said basically, you know, this is me read the quote. He said Jones used that I used to kill me about the plastic surgery. He said to really get on his nerves about all that plastic surgery that was getting. And he said he always tried to justify by saying he had a disease. And Quincy was like, basically, that's bullshit. Excuse my language. That's bullshit. You know. So he was really, man, y'all. If you haven't caught that, you haven't seen that interview or listened to that interview, you want to catch that interview. Quincy is going in and it's the hottest topic out there, man. One of the hottest topics out there. Quincy really going in. And man, he just went on and on. He talked about Chance the Rapper, you know, I mean, in a good way. Some of the guys he asked the question, you know, who do you think out there is really good in the game right now? Chance the Rapper, you know, he really said that. Um, Bruno Mars, you know, was another one. Just a couple other ones, guys. They leave me right now, but he was talking how he was still some good music out there. But he also said that he said that it's rappers, there's some people in the game that's really not, that's kind of defacing the game. You know, his quote was that you have guys in the game who are more worried about selling Ciroc and and opening a fat farm. You didn't use their name, but you can draw the lines. And he said that they're more concerned about than actually the music itself. So he felt like a lot of these cats getting away from the music, don't really love the music as he did, and a lot of them just looking at it as a business. Now, my personal feel on that. Excuse me. My personal feel on that is I feel I don't really see nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you can get in the game and springboard to other businesses, you know, I think that's a good thing. You know, me personally, I think that's a good thing. I don't know. What do you think? You know, I think if you can get in the game, if you can get in the game and do other stuff and springboard is good. I'm like Puffy and Russell Simmons and these cats, they got in the game and they did what they needed to do in the game and they grow. I mean, they grew to other stuff. So I don't really see, in my opinion, where that was really a bad. I mean, he went on, guys. He talked about so much, man. He talked about dating Ivana Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you gotta catch this article, man. You gotta catch this article. He actually talked about, like I said, going out with Ivana Trump and his relationship as a friend. You know, as him and Oprah, really good friends. And what was his opinion on her running for president? So, guys, this is really. I mean, check that article out. Check out the article. You know, get in tune with everything that's going on. You know, we're gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna bring it to you from Lit in the Lab. I just couldn't really believe some of the stuff that I was reading. And then the bombshell. I wanted to just kind of lay this bombshell, you know, that I thought was a bombshell. He talked about, y'all ready for this? Richard Pryor, uh, James Baldwin, Richard Pryor, James Baldwin, and Marvin Gaye. supposedly had some type of sexual relationships with um, Marlon Brandon. So I read that. I was like, whoa. I said that was pretty that was a bombshell. You know, um, and given then I'm thinking, what do you think? What do you think about Mr. Quincy Jones' comments and statements at this time? His opinion on it is just whatever. He's in his 80s, I think. I don't know his exact age, but he's in his 80s. But what do you think about all the bombshells that he dropped? Coming out, and I think they got an interview coming up with Oprah or with Oprah soon. So make sure you tune into that to get all of it coming directly straight from the horse's mouth. Um, Make sure you get all that coming directly from the horse's mouth. So stay tuned to them, and understand that this is lit in the lab. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's lit in the lab, guys. Lit in the lab was brought to you today by Easy Prey the Trilogy, a novel series by your very own guys, Keith Childs. Please make sure it's dropping this spring. For more information, please follow me, guys. Follow me on social media at Author Keith Childs. All right. Coming up, you don't want to miss my 3 points of purpose. And in the hot seat today, we've got the incredible Miss Kym Lee. I'm excited about that, y'all. But right now, guys, it's time for the entertainment news and the 60 seconds of Hollywood from my girl out in Hollywood, Jeannie Jones.
60 seconds of Hollywood
with Jeannie Jones.
You know folks are still talking about the Grammys and that they should have awarded more women this year, but no doubt the fellas snatched all the gold trophies, including Kendrick Lamar and Bruno Mars took all the top honors. I also found out that Beyonce was late to her seat near Jay-Z and Little Princess Blue Ivy because she and Hov had a little beef before they left the crib, and she really didn't want to be there. After so much back and forth, whether or not there would be a reunion between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, guess what? The movie Bad Boys 3, called Bad Boys for Life, starts film in August. And one of the hottest red carpet premieres went down this week in LA for the highly anticipated Black Panther movie, starring Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, and Lupita Nyong'o. And every other Hollywood A-lister, including me, was there. This movie has got to be one of the best of all times. The action, the heroes, the melanin popping all over the screen, and all ladies were like, Chadwick Boseman can be my baby's daddy and get it after watching the premiere. So make sure you check it out in theaters February 16th. That's it. You can get a ticket. Definitely going to be sold out for a minute. That's 60 Seconds of Hollywood.
All right, guys. Coming up, guys, you don't want to miss my 3 points of purpose. And join the hot seat with Miss Lovely Kym Lee. All right, guys. But coming up is my 3 points of purpose. So stay tuned. We going? You ready to go? Okay. It's time for 3 points of purpose, guys. This is the time when I share my insight and provide you with 3 points that will help you navigate through the various areas in life. Today, 3 Points of Purpose is brought to you by Easy Pray the Trilogy, series by yours truly, Keith Childs, guys. Coming spring 2018. Please, for more information, follow me, guys, on Author Keith Childs. Please follow me at all my social media outlets at Author Keith Childs. All right, my 3 Points of Purpose today, as I always do, make sure that you get your paper down. We're going to talk about, I got some stuff that I want to speak about today on my 3 Points of Purpose. I love this segment because this is really stuff that I take with me and go through and get me through, all right? So we're going to talk about today the importance of marketing. You know, that's purpose one, guys. We're going to talk about just how important it is to market. And why I want to talk about this, because it's prevalent that a lot of us, small businesses, a lot of us guys have business, and we just don't really take that time out to think about how important it is to market your business as we should. So I'm just want to lay some stuff out there, lay some nuggets out there, guys, and you could take heed to it, hopefully, and understand the importance of marketing, because you can have a really, really, really great product and or whatever you're doing, service, but if you're not letting no one know you doing it, guys, it's really kind of quicksand. So I want to take this time out to make sure you know the importance of marketing. That's the first point of the day, the very importance of marketing. What are you doing for your business to market? How much stuff outreach are you doing? You know, where are you spending your marketing dollars? And what's very important, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, I looked at McDonald's, right? McDonald's spends $963 million a year. Let me say that again. $963 million a year in ads, right? And they are known on every continent on this planet. Every continent they're known on, right? Why do you think that they do that? Because they're brilliant. They know the importance of staying out in front of people, staying in front of the market, right? In front of the marketplace. So I say that to say, understand your marketplace, understand what you're doing, and the importance of marketing. Now, for you and your business, if I don't care if you own a hair salon, if you own a barber shop, if you whatever you're doing, I think you should really, when you start thinking about marketing your business, you should really take that bottom line and say, how much off of each sale am I going to put aside for marketing dollars? Because the more you out there, guys, the more business comes through your door. Now, some of you all may have enough business already. You're doing so well that you have enough business, but I'm speaking to the ones who may need a little help. If you got that t-shirt business, or you're just starting out as a barber, or starting out as a stylist, or real estate business, or anything you're doing, this is a really good way just to start putting your mindset around putting marketing dollars aside. All right. Also, point two, spending dollars in our own community. This is I talked about this, but I wanted to come back to this, guys, how important it is to spend dollars in our own community. Now, do that mean don't spend dollars in other communities? Not at all. It just means we must be able to have our dollars circulate in our own communities, guys, so we can enrich our communities. Can't say it no clearer than that. You know, I think it's record shows somewhere we only our dollars stay in our community a record time of maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes, if that long. Other communities, it circulates 15 to 18 to 25 times before it leaves a community. We must adopt that. We must start spending our money in our communities. And I know that's easier said for some of us than done, but we got to start spending our money in our community. So that is very, very important for us to do as a community, so we can be strong and understand what we're doing. Also, guys, one of the things I wanted to say was, the biggest thing, one of the points for us in the community, is we must support each other's business without always expecting a discount. Let me say that again. We must support each other's business without always expecting a discount. That's very, very true. All right? So those are 3 points, guys. When you go to these businesses in the neighborhood and someone, a friend or anyone, you don't have to know them, but they're in your neighborhood and they're trying to open a business, don't always go in there expecting a discount. If you don't get a discount, you're getting upset with them. So just understand that it's getting in. See, someone says it's called branding. Absolutely. You know, you get in and you just want to support your brother and sister business. Help them grow. As my slogan says, I grow, we grow. That's what it's all about. We want to make sure that we're helping each other grow in every aspect, in every way, that we just sitting here and not just going and expecting people to always give us stuff, and got a nerve to be mad and got a nerve to have an attitude if the person don't come through. If you go in somebody's business, how many of you all have went to someone's business and they didn't give you a discount and you get mad? But what's baffling is you go to the big stores, you go to the Nordstroms of the world, the Neiman Marcus of the world, and the Macy's and the Nordstroms, all that. You don't get a discount, and you're gonna spend whatever they ask you to spend to get the product. So stop devaluing what we have. Stop devaluing your own community. Make sure that you spending money in your neighborhoods, thus enriching your neighborhood. Because if I spend $1 at one store, and that person who owns that store spend that dollar somewhere else, and they send that dollar somewhere else, it circulates in that community, enriching everybody that touched that money. And that's the key, guys. The marketing, and not just someone say it right. The branding, the marketing, the branding, it circulates in that community. Look at we go live. You're right. My man Harvey Yancey just clicked in. You know what I'm saying? The Jewish community about 18 times. He just gave me a quote. Thank you for that, Harvey. 18 times the money circulates in their community before it moves out. Guys, we gotta make sure that we enriching in our neighborhoods and enriching our community by spending money with each other, by marketing, by doing those type of things that help us grow. So that is one thing definitely, man. I've been taking heed to, taking notes on, looking at. I'm looking at these ads right here online and just understanding someone that's as big and prevalent as a McDonald's, who is known on every continent, all over the world. You probably can't go nowhere and not know McDonald's, and they still a leader in advertising. They spend 963. I'm reading right off the computer. $963 million a year in advertising. And one of the things they said that I read was what they do. What I thought was brilliant is off every hamburger, everything they sell, they take $1 or whatever percentage and put it aside for marketing. Imagine you did that off every head you did, or off every hair you cut, of everything you did. You put the $1 or $2 aside, and you said, you know what, this is going to be for marketing. This is my marketing budget. So guys, this is learn from the people that's doing it, learn from the people that's out there and getting it done. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it. We just kind of got off key here because I've seen my guest walk in, and I'm excited to have her come in. But definitely, we're gonna be here, locking it in and having a great time. The 3 points of purpose, guys. I absolutely love the fact that 3 points of purpose is something I can share every time we do this segment. And this segment, again, I always told you, this is about us. This is about us. It's about you and I. It's not just about me. It's about us growing. As I grow, we grow. So this 3 points of purpose, guys, is definitely something that I'm excited about and helping y'all grow, helping everybody in this industry grow as we grow. As I grow, you grow. So we gonna get it done. We're here, rocking it in. Let me see my next point. And the last point I did make, guys, just making sure, even once you spend in the communities, stop always. I'm recapping. Stop always expecting a discount. Okay. If they give you a discount, that's good. If they give you one, that's good. But if they don't, stop always expecting discounts. Okay? So, don't forget. And also, guys, don't forget, I got to tell you, don't forget, guys, to click and share to replay today's show. All right? So just click and share. If you're watching this, guys, click, share, because we want to spread this word. This opportunity that God allowed me to sit here and do is for all of us to grow. It's a young show. We're going to grow. Every week we're going to grow. We're going to grow. We're going to grow and bring you some really good guests in and some good informative information coming in. But don't forget to click, share today's show. Check out Author Keith Childs on my YouTube channel. All of my shows, everything that I record, guys, will be on the YouTube channel. So after we finish here, we're going to take it over. It will be logged to the YouTube channel, and you can go back, watch it, and see what's going on. Okay? Coming up, coming up in the hot seat, guys. You don't want to miss this. I just seen her walk in the building. The lovely, incomparable Miss Kym Lee interviews in a minute. 7:26. Yeah, I'm sorry, talking to my producer here. Look, it's 7:26. Yeah, so I'm sorry, guys. We decided, come on in. Look at the time. Okay.
Need a fast approval? The mortgage expert Approval Express can approve you today. Go to approvemesteve.com or call 844-267-8383. That's 844-267-8383.
Easy Pray the Trilogy, a highly anticipated novel by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Witness Mallory Bell's transformation to Mallory Kilpatrick, a beautiful, powerful businesswoman whose perfect worlds turn upside down by tragedy. What fuels her hunger for success sparks her ravenous appetite for revenge and sends Mallory on a hunt for easy prey. Be what you pray for. Easy Pray the Trilogy by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Follow me on social media at author Keith Childs.
Easy Pray the Trilogy, a highly anticipated novel series by author Keith Childs, will leave you longing for more. Easy Pray delves into the tragic events that transform the life of Mallory Bell. Beautiful and bright, a powerful, successful businesswoman with BA, Mallory appears to have it all. Born to loving parents, she finds herself in a fight for survival after witnessing a childhood tragedy that turns her perfect world upside down. Mallory Bell is transformed to Mallory Kilpatrick when the tragic events that fuel her hunger for success spark her ravenous appetite for revenge. Defying the odds, this drop-dead gorgeous, irrefutably sexy, and equally savvy businesswoman reemerges at the top of her game and on the hunt for easy prey. What's behind the mind of this beautiful black female serial killer? Be careful what you pray for. Easy Prey the Trilogy by author Keith Childs, coming spring 2018. Follow on social media at author Keith Childs.
I think we're coming back. In a hot seat, brought to you by Easy Prey, the highly anticipated novel. It's coming this spring by yours truly, Keith Childs. Guys, please check it out. 2018 is coming. Follow me on social media at author Keith Childs. In a hot seat segment, guys, is where I invite the biggest movers and in the community, guys, all around the world. Also, guys, the show I turn the spotlight. This time I turn the spotlight on them so they can explain the impact in the world of business, fashion, entertainment, and politics, nonprofit, education, and much more. The hot seat today, guys, is celebrity makeup artist Miss Kym Lee has been painting beautiful faces for over 20 years. After making a major career change, guys, from law to business, from law to beauty, her passion finally meets her purpose. Now she's working as lead makeup artist at BET's network broadcast and her weekly segment on the radio at Radio 1 stations nationwide, taping a bi-weekly beauty segment on Fox 5 Good Day DC. Please, guys, help me welcome the incomparable Miss Kym Lee. What's going on, Miss Kym? Hey. Hi. She had to get through. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for coming.
Y'all, thank you for following. We get ready to do a little interview.
Look at
Big
this.
interview.
Bring it live.
Huge interview.
Look at this. My girl Kym on the set here. So, hey Kym, thank you for being here.
Thank you for
We're gonna
having
jump right into. Hey, let me just give a little background, guys. I give it a little piece of bio. Let me give you some heart-to-heart background. I've been, I don't know how long, I'm sorry how many years it's been, but I met Kym many years ago. We were a singing group, and Kym used to do our makeup.
I did.
And we just stayed friends, and I love her to death, man. I love her to death, and it just through the years, so many years, Kym have went on and did her thing. I've always followed her. I remember one time I wrote you a text, not too recent, just saying how my daughters, I just look up to you and the woman you become. Remember that? You became that text?
I do.
Right,
That's
right.
so nice.
So, and I just love her, man. I'm so impressed with her, and I just love her so much. So, Kym, let's just jump right into it. I've got so many questions that I know the people want to know about you that's tuned in. Come on, make sure they're getting Kym here on my Facebook. All right, Kym, former beauty editor at Sister Magazine. Tell me about that.
Well, first of all, let's start with my first clients, my first celebrity clients, which was your group.
Oh wow, yeah, that's
Which was your group.
Okay,
And,
I'll take that.
You know, I remember with y'all to the shows, empowering y'all and doing your music videos, and doing magazine shoots and all those kind of things. And I appreciate those moments because those are the moments that cultivate you, and they make you, and they help and they shape you, And so I remember being outside in the heat, in the snow.
Absolutely.
We did all kind of music videos together, and just learn, set etiquette and scripts and, all of the things, when to jump in and when to jump out. So for makeup artists that are on here who are interested in doing entertainment, those are the kind of things that you don't want to despise, those beginnings, because they mean a lot. And it taught me a lot about the beauty industry, and it taught me how to do male grooming, and it taught me how to be patient, and because we were doing your wardrobe, and
everything,
everything, and we steaming clothes, and and just proper etiquette, just kind of being in in the space or in the confines of a man. And they taking their clothes off, I was like, oh my God, they're gonna take their clothes off in front of us, but now, we do it every day, and it's like it's second nature. But back then, those are the times, and I always tell, new makeup artists and beginning artists that, you don't want to utilize use somebody else's time as an internship when you're trying to get payment. That's the time when somebody calls you for those projects. It's important to do those projects and learn from them, because that information you learn is invaluable. You guys always treated me fairly and always paid me, and I always felt like this was so easy,
Right.
But I appreciate that. But yeah, so my career, beginnings, started with you all and Genuine, and and so many other greats that we look up to, and we just had a ball. We just had a ball. That's when the entertainment industry was much different, and our hunger and our passion was different, and we loved, what we did, and it wasn't necessarily about money, it was about doing our best.
Yeah, being the best in your craft.
Exactly. Being the best in your craft, and so I appreciate those beginning days at BET and with you all, and all of the magazine shoots I did for Sister to Sister, and so I just appreciate those times. Yeah.
Well, here's something I wanted to say, because you bring up so many memories during those times when you do our makeup. Even though I know you say like that was good for you, but for us being a young group, you made us feel so professional. You made us feel important. So that's one of the things that I always took. You was always professional. You had your whole setup and your thing around you with your brush.
My little brush belt.
Your brush belt. Right,
I don't know if I can fit a brush belt now. I don't know if the brush belt can fit around me now.
But you had, but I think it was Angelique. It
was Angelique.
Was doing the styling of the clothes.
Angelique the clothes.
So but back then it was a level of professionalism that you always brought with you. And I've worked with you people, and I always said, man, Kym Lee, just was something special. And for that, I watch your growth. Even as we went on our paths of career, you did your thing. It didn't shock me that you grew and was growing to the Kym Lee that I so adored by today. So I want to elaborate on a couple of things that, like you said, you did. Then one thing now, let me jump down for a minute, 'cause I have a question I do want to ask about is your absolute projects that you worked on. And I know I've read, of course, and I've seen most of them, but I want for the people that don't know, who've been living under the rock, guys.
Living under the rock.
Living under the rock. If you don't know rock. So if you know, Kym Lee guys worked on Jumping the Broom, Sparkle, Black Nativity guys, Emmy Award-winning TV show House of Cards. How was those experiences for those young, and I have plenty of young makeup artists that just adore you. What would you speak to them about getting, how was the road to get to those steps?
Well, first of all, I think that experience is going to help tremendously, but also a lot of those gigs that I did, they're union gigs, and so I'm part of Local 798, which is a makeup artist and hairstyle union based out of New York, and they cover the geographical area from New York all the way down to Atlanta and further south, and so I had to get into the union. I had to be vetted into the union, so I had to do a lot of union jobs that were not necessarily paying, where I would come in as an assistant. And one of the ways I got into the union, thankfully, was working with really great directors like, Celine McKeel and Mara Brock Akil, who, they just did so many wonderful things. I mean, they've done so many incredible and amazing shows, and so I was able to work with them, and they broke me into the industry. Angela Bassett was, one of the biggest, African American A-listers that I had an opportunity to work with, and I did her makeup at Black Caucus, and she brought me into to doing Jump in the Broom, and I was like, oh my God, I've never been out of the country for 3 or 4 months at a time, so I was away from my family, away from my son, and I was in a foreign country. I mean, I was in Nova Scotia, which is, yeah, right. It was like I was so far away from everything. I mean, I remember going into the store in Nova Scotia. They didn't even have Heinz ketchup. Like everything about that place was just so different from America. Like it was just nothing was familiar, and it was probably one of the darkest times of my life in terms of just feeling alone. But I took those moments, and I really I learned a lot about myself. I was really stretched far beyond what I can even imagine, like just being away from what your comfort level is, and having to survive, because we were in really a difficult area for weather. So the weather was different. One day would be 40 degrees, the next day would be 70, the next day would be 20. It would be raining for 5 days straight, then it would be blazing hot. So we had a lot of different temperature changes. The people that were there in Canada, they were just very different. They were very exclusive. They weren't inclusive. You can't sit with us, because you're not from here. So it was just weird, and then so at night, I really got closer to God, because I really developed my prayer life, and I also saw what I was really made of, and I think that sometimes you have to take those tough jobs when they're way out of your comfort zone, and see what you're really made of. I had a lot of direct guidance from artists that were here that I would email, because we didn't have access to a phone. So I did a lot of emailing, and they directed me through how to read a script, how to do a set, Bible, how to do a set book, how to really be able to develop your characters and be able to keep record of those things. And so I was literally in school the whole time I was away at my first movie set. So being in the union has been a great push for me. And so for all the artists that are out there that are interested in doing television and film on that level, you are going to have to go to the union, find out what the qualifications are in your respective areas, and find out what exactly they want you to do, and you got to do it. You got to do a certain amount of hours in a certain amount of years at union-based jobs, and it can be difficult. Right. That can be difficult, but they can do it.
And they absolutely can. And the good thing you said, like when I talk to different people that I've interviewed with, and I love this same common thread that you got to do those bottom jobs first.
Absolutely.
See, a lot of people think they come right in and just jump into the major job.
Yeah.
So you got to do those bottom jobs. Let me just read off a little here, guys, because this is so impressive. Some of the people that Kym Lee have worked with. Let me read this off, guys. She's in crackers. All right. Start off the break. Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston. I'm gonna be fun with it. Let me just stop and give me a little bit. Whitney Houston. Give me a quick experience.
Oh, I love Nippy. Nippy called me church mother.
Oh yeah.
She called me the church mother because we were on set, and or not on set. We would be in the back, and I would be doing her makeup, and I don't know if I should tell this story. I won't tell that story. But yeah, so she called me church mother because I used to wear this little sequence tam. Because we were in Detroit, and it was so cold, and I couldn't get my hair done, and I was like, I got new growth. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You got new growth. That's before we had units, right? And I would have all this new growth, and I would say, oh my God, I got to put this tam on so I can still be cute. I had my tam on and my lashes and all that stuff. And she said, church mother, come on in here, girl, and sing to me. Wow. Now, I can't sing. And so I'm in there singing all kinds of...
You singing to Whitney?
I was singing to Whitney.
Oh, wow.
Y'all, I was singing to Whitney.
Wow.
I'm singing to Whitney Houston. And I'm singing to her, and we having a good time. And I really got a chance to learn her heart in those moments in the trailer. And I remember, this is a good story to tell. I remember being in the trailer with her, and we had those blinds, those vertical blinds that you turn, and I remember peeking out the blinds because we would always be looking for the food truck, right? Because her and I like to eat. We like to do a little nibbling, right? So we'd be out the window looking at the food truck, and it was all these people outside, like literally thousands of people outside, because they knew Whitney Houston was in Detroit. Like, what's she doing here in Detroit? So we looking for the food truck, but we see all these people. So she said, who are all the people out there looking for? I said, they looking for you. They ain't looking for me. She said, you have got to be kidding me. You mean all these people out here waiting on me? I said, they waiting for you to come out this trailer, girl. We got to get you together, girl. Wow. And I'm telling you, it was crazy. She still did not believe in her last days how much people really loved her.
For real?
It was amazing to me. I'm like, do you realize you got 31 #1 hits?
Yes.
31. She 31 #1 hits, and everybody wanted to zero in on the deficiencies in her life, but nobody wanted to zero in on her accomplishments. And I was really, God really used me to continue to remind her about her accomplishments. And I was like, all these people out here, they here to see you.
Right.
And so she said, girl, if you open up them blinds, they're going to bust this trailer up. I said, you ain't never lied.
So she had a real down to earth. I'm sorry, because
very down to earth. Oh, yeah, she was
Wow.
really down to earth. She was amazing to work with. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, the list. She ain't seen this list. All right, and this is one of the people. The next person I'm actually about, Miss Shonda Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes.
Because as you know, I'm a new author, and I just adore her. I'm a mod by Miss Rhimes. So how was it working with Miss Shonda?
Shonda Rhimes is probably one of the hardest working women I know in Hollywood. To have 3 or 4 #1 shows. I don't know if all shows can be #1, but literally in their category, like all of them are award winning. All of them, have done exceptionally well. To have Scandal, all these shows.
Yeah. What's it? Grey's
Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. Like, you got all these shows on. So just being in her presence, the first time I did her makeup, she was writing. And I was thinking to myself, she's really writing the scripts for the shows we love while I'm sitting here doing her makeup. Wow. Like, I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. So, I'm like, let me see. I said, can you tell me, like, what happens, what happens with Fitz? Like, what happens the first time I did is when the show first came out with Scandal. And I was like, so what happens with Fitz after so-and-so? She like, I can't tell you that,
Right.
So, but just being around, she's very inspiring. And then for a few moments, what she does is she would peel away from the computer, and then she would engage you.
Okay.
And that meant a lot to me. And then the next time I saw her, that moment that we had where she engaged, like, how's your son? I'm like, you remembered that. She would call him by name. How's Nick?
Okay.
And I'm like, wow. Then she go back to typing. Then she asked again, so how's everything going with your makeup line, And she was very interested. And one of the great things about that is that I was able to develop a makeup product around Scandal. So I developed a Scandal collection encompassed in Wink and Pout. And so I had really great colors, like In Love with My Ex and Lace Bustier and from the show. And so, it was really amazing to be able to develop, the makeup line, that some of the characters were wearing. At the time I was doing Kerry Washington's makeup, and Kerry's the one who introduced me to Shonda.
Oh, for real?
Which is crazy. Oh yeah, Kerry called Shonda, was like, you got to use my makeup artist, when you go to DC, and so Shonda was using myself and Vernon Martin, who does hair all the time. It's just been,
wow,
it's a whirlwind of blessings, like just crazy,
but
right?
I'm gonna run through some names, guys. So
you gonna run through some names,
but look, just sit down. Hold on.
Hot. I'm messing up my singing voice.
Is it
It's
hot?
cold. It's
Oh,
cold in the studio. He messed up my singing voice. I can't.
Turn the air off on Miss
Cut
Lee.
that air off. I gotta sing when I leave here.
I'm sorry, guys. Hey, we live here. I'm sorry. Turn the air off. See what it's going on.
It's cold in here.
Yeah.
Okay, we back.
We're gonna be back. Let me just run through this list.
He gonna
guys.
run through the list, y'all.
Let's listen to this. All right, we said Angela Bassett, right? Hillary Clinton.
I was on the campaign
What?
trail. I was on the campaign trail with
The Hillary Clinton.
The Hillary Clinton.
Wow.
I was her makeup artist on her campaign trail. When she ran, when she was running against Obama. Do you remember that? I was on that campaign trail.
How was it working with Hillary?
Incredible.
It was?
Incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, so you keep going.
Let me keep going.
You
We said Kerry Washington,
Uh-huh.
Regina King, Lettucey, which
I know you love Led. I know you love Led.
Right, love Lettucey. Okay.
We got 2 minutes left.
For a break.
Oh, for a break.
You ain't going away. No, going away. We got 2 minutes to talk about. Paula Patton. Fergie.
Yes.
Mary.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Venus and Serena.
Venus and
Was
Serena.
that pretty? Oh my God. Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. Oh my God. Y'all want to keep going? The Housewives of Atlanta, the cast of the Murray Show, Love and Hip Hop, Love and Hip Hop, the Braxtons.
Yep.
Just to name a few. I know the list going on. Probably leaving off a lot, but that's just so we just got wrapped up for 2 minutes before we go to break. So, but when we come back, I know we're gonna keep going about. I want to ask you about Wink and Pout.
Okay.
I want to talk about that. I also want to talk about. I read here. About your honorary doctorate in divinity. So we're gonna definitely talk about all that. I saw my production. Well, until they come back, I told my producer coming in and talking about wrap it up. But let's speak a little bit about the Wink and Pout, because we'll probably start and come back to it.
Sure.
And tell me, about let the people know about Wink and Pout, your makeup line.
So Wink and Pout was established about 5 years. Actually, this is our 5th anniversary. Okay. Really thankful for that, and it was inspired by my celebrity encounters. I found myself speaking at these huge women's conferences where it's 5,000 women, 10,000 women, and one of my girlfriends said, "Kym, you can't continue to speak at these conferences and not leave a piece of you there." And I was like, "What could I possibly do?" So Wink and Pout was birthed in 14 days. 14 days, the brand was built. I was laying on my girlfriend's couch in LA, and she said, "Kym, I'm gonna help you do this." Another makeup artist. So yes, you gotta help each other out. Dee Kelly, God bless you. I love you. And I remember laying on Dee Kelly's couch saying, "I gotta come up with a product before for Sisters Only." And that was that for Sisters Only. That's when we launched. And all of my names of my product, and I just did a few. I just did a really small line. Really, I call it a boutique line. A small line of liners, lipsticks, and glosses, and it sold out. And since then, the Wink and Pout brand has expanded. Now we have eyeshadows, we have foundations, and we just launched our skincare line, which is incredible. So for those of you who are looking for that beautiful summer skin, you got to order our skincare line. We have charcoal masks, and we have all kind of pomades for your skin, eye creams, and exfoliators, and everything to make your skin feel beautiful. And we have a brush line, and then also from the Wink and Pout brand, we have pulled in the Wink and Pout Academy. The Wink and Pout Academy is my baby. I think I got two babies. I got one sitting on one leg, one sitting on the other leg. But the Wink and Pout Academy is for young, aspiring makeup artists who are looking for a mentor. I get inboxes every day.
You hear that, guys? Listen to them.
I get 30, 40, 50 inboxes a day from aspiring artists who say, "I just need somebody to just help me. How do I go to the next level? What do I have to do? How do I get in the union? How is it that I can get an agent? How do I develop my book? What is it exactly that producers and directors are looking for? How can I, obtain clients in my city? I live in Milwaukee. I live in Wisconsin. I live all these small places, and I always teach them, how to actually build their brand, market themselves, and become part of this recession-proof business that we are in. Because as long as you got pretty women or women, period, you can do makeup. So you can do it for the deceased. You can do it for the bride. You can do it for the woman who's turning 50. There's going to be plenty of those. So don't always look for celebrities. Sometimes you just got to do the everyday woman, and that's the woman that I love. That's really the one I prefer. So we got the Wink and Pout Academy. We got Wink and Pout, and that is that story. And I love that brand.
And I know. I'm about to drop. And you talked about him, what you just said about the individual you love to work with. And until they wrap us up, and keep on talking.
Okay.
That take me to Inner Skins, right?
Inner Skins.
Inner Skins. And please give me your mantra from Inner Skins. I've read it, but let me hear from you. Your mantra from Inner Skins with what do you do with what is that about?
Well, Inner Skins, I always say that it's better to clear it up instead of covering it up. A lot of times we try to clear up hurt and past pains and deficiencies in our personality and our mindset. I posted something yesterday. My husband preached, or he taught about, and he was talking about joy and joy stealers and people that steal your joy. And so a lot of times people will mask the things in their life that they are deficient of, like joy, because that's where your strength is. Your strength is housed in your joy. And so when somebody steals that from you, a lot of times we will mask those things with other things. So we'll go out and we'll buy bags, and we'll go out and buy shoes, and run, for men, you might run women. Women, you want to be with a whole lot of men. all this other kind of stuff. We want units and hair and wigs and stuff. When really you just need to clear this up and be in love with you.
There you go.
And so that's really my mantra. And so I try to teach women to clear it up instead of covering it up with things.
And keep it great.
Yeah.
So you get out to Joe. Is that Inner Skin? Inner Skin, is that a nonprofit, or how do you work with just any? How do someone want to get in contact with you and be a part of that? What do they need to do?
So for Inner Skins, they can just email me. I'm at thekymlee@gmail.com, and we do a lot of work in the community. We help women who are transitioning back into the work world from drug and alcohol addiction. We also help young girls who are still who are very impressionable, try to help them to develop who they are as young girls, growing into young women. We work a lot with women, single moms who are trying to juggle the life of having a child and a career and all those kind of things. So there are a lot of fundamentals that we try to impart into women, everyday women who are dealing with everyday situations. Time management is a huge thing for women in our community because we have so many things going on here in the DMV. And so I teach, time management and how to cook, on a budget and cook quick meals under 30 minutes and, and things like that. And so, we try to teach women, those kinds of fundamental things so that they're better, because a lot of times it's not because I've been beat or I've been whipped or I've been raped. I just don't like me. It's just some things I got to deal with me. And so we deal with those regular everyday issues that women are dealing with, and we try to help them get over that. And makeup is the draw, but once I get them in with that brush and that lipstick, it's a wrap. I got them now. I got them. And the only thing between me and a woman is a cape. That's the only thing that separates me. There's no other that's going to be that close in your personal space, right? Other than your mate. Right. So I'm literally 6 inches away from their face, and I can feel their heartbeat. I can feel their anxiety. I can sense their when they're anguished and when they're upset and when they're happy and when they're sad. And I can touch their skin and tell when they've had too much to drink or when they're on medications just by the way the touch of the skin. I can feel that. And so God has really given me this really unique gift to be able to touch somebody, and literally at a touch I can tell what's going on with you.
Wow.
It's amazing. Wow. My gift is crazy. Y'all's crazy.
Right, yeah.
It's crazy.
She's super with it.
It's crazy. It's only God given. And so, I utilize, and when I realized what my gifting was with women and how God has blessed me in that way, I take that very seriously, Keith, and I really try to help them in every way possible to get over those hurdles of life. Right. Yeah.
And let me just say that Kym Lee, right now, guys, from the heart, and one thing I can say is 100% true that I love her so much. She's been in my life for a long time, like you said, back with the music and everything. But I'm on a journey now where I'm writing the first-time author. And I'm writing a book and getting a lot of love on it. But when I wrote my book or was writing the idea, I reached out to Kym, and Kym put me in contact with Azrael, right?
Azrael, yeah.
Azrael, who's killing the game.
Hey, CEO Azrael, if you're watching, we love you, Trez. We love you.
Absolutely, Trez. She asked me to be on the show on March 29th.
Yes!
Confirmed. But just that type of, she just said, Kym she didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, and I appreciate you for that. One of her classes, and Azrael class was off the page, was off the hook. But that's what this show, what God got me here, guys, this show as a vessel to absolutely just, as I say, as I grow, we grow. God, this is when you don't have an avenue, you don't have a lane yourself, create one. This is what this show is about. And before before we wrap, and I want Kym to go, I want her to speak on, because, and hopefully it's not disrespectful, because I didn't call you doctor.
Oh, you're fine.
But doctor.
That's right, I'm a doctor.
Right, she's a doctor.
I don't write prescriptions, but I can definitely tell you what to do with your heart.
So, see, you guys, her doctorate in divinity, guys,
yes.
And that is, I want to lead that before we close out. Please speak into that, your wonderful joy that you have over your life with your new divinity, with divinity in the dark, and your husband. Tell us, how did that come about and what's going on?
So let me start off with what's most important to me in this part of my life, which is my husband. I married the most incredible man on the planet. He is one of the most supportive and one of the most heartfelt men I've ever met. His passion for souls and for helping people is beyond anything you could ever imagine. When you think about all of the greats who have preceded us, who had a passion for lives, like Martin Luther King and even Malcolm X and all of the people that we learned about in school. I'm like, I live with that person.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, it brings tears. I was like, I live with that person
Right.
who is compelled and pushed by the betterment in the lives of people. And so God, he gave us an opportunity to be together as one, and we got married a year and some change ago, and we it's been over a year. Yeah, we got married in November of 2016. Meet the Kings, and from that union, we started a ministry called Forward Church, and Forward Church was birthed out of my husband's compassion for souls. I mean, you can't stay stuck. You got to move forward. And, so often in life we see people that are stuck and they won't move forward. And so being under my husband's ministry, it was difficult for me to pull away from my dad's church, which Pastor James E. Sturdivant was my pastor for many years. Before that, Alfred Owens was my pastor. I've only been to really 2 ministries in my whole, walk in Christ. And so 2 men were very influential in my life. So for me to go from their arms into the arms of my husband, was really scary. But in that process, I've learned so much about me and what I was made of. And the times when I don't feel like I'm enough, my husband has fortified and cultivated that. And my husband licensed me as an elder, which really like, I literally cried and bawled. And my mom, she's watching, she can contest, and my sister, my husband, like, licensed me as an elder. I was already a minister when I came to his ministry, but he licensed me as an elder, which gives me the ability to marry people and to bury people and to basically, I'm his co-pastor of his church. I'm his co-pastor, y'all, and I got hot pink lipstick in the pants. I'm a fly co-pastor.
Look at my phone messing up.
Your phone
the fly in this church. The fly's co-pastor in the nation.
I'm a co-pastor. My husband made me the co-pastor of the church. Y'all can tap the hearts. So I'm a co-pastor of church, but prayer is my lifeline, and I communicate with God regularly, and God speaks to me, and God has allowed me to be able to have this gift. And so in the process of all of this work that I'm doing in the community, I got honorary doctorate because of my philanthropic works in the community and all the money I've raised and all the lives that God has allowed me to be able to touch. And I was just so honored. And I remember, calling one of my other first lady, one of the women that I admire so much. And I asked her, I said, I have earned degrees. I have 2 earned degrees. And I was like, so what do you think about having an honorary degree? I said, it's like, am I going to get carried? You know what I'm saying? Because, I pledge, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Delta too, right? They got a lot of aspects to Kym. So, I pledge. So I'm like, I'm used to doing things, the hard way. So she said, girl, you did all the work. Get your honorary doctorate, take it and run with it, and be thankful for the body acknowledge your works. There you go. And I was so thankful for that. So I got an honorary doctorate, and I'm a co-pastor of a church. I'm a makeup artist, a minister, a mom, and a wife.
There you go. Guys, Kym, I love you to death. Thanks for joining me, Kym. Thanks for joining me in the lab with Arthur Keith Childs. Guys, I just got to say,
I love you.
I love her to death, guys.
Oh,
thank you so much,
I love him. Oh, tap the hearts. Give my boy some love.
Thanks, Kym Lee. Love you so much for having me. Hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it together. And I absolutely appreciate that. Guys, please don't forget, guys, this segment is to you by Easy Pray the Trilogy. Coming this spring. Follow me on Arthur Keith Childs, guys. Also, all of these segments will be on YouTube at Arthur Keith Childs. Okay? And that is absolutely, it's a wrap. So, thank you.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
When
Thank
businesses
guys.
don't
Thank y'all
market,
so
they
much.
fail.
Yeah.
Increase your
Thank you so
company's
much.
brand awareness and grow your business today. Call Market Caddy at 202-871-7770. That's 202-871-7770.